Winnie the Pooh and the Mysterious Lost Cloud. The cloud, which had been floating above the 100-acre wood, began to slowly descend, as if it intended to touch the ground. Winnie the Pooh and his friends stood in silence, watching with bated breath. It was something they had never seen before. The cloud had a delicate, glowing light that illuminated the area, making everything around them seem more magical than usual.
"That's really mysterious,"
said Rabbit, looking up as the cloud came closer to their level.
"I've never seen anything like this. We must be very careful."
Pooh, though always slow and calm, felt a wave of excitement. Something about this cloud drew him in like a magnet. He knew that if they didn't take on this challenge now, they would never find out what it was.
"Maybe it's just a cloud that wants to be friends with us,"
said Pooh, even though he wasn't sure he fully understood what was happening. He liked to believe that every adventure had a happy ending. Tigger, who had been bursting with energy from the start, bounced with joy as the cloud began to descend.
"A cloud like a heart? That's amazing! Oh, I can't wait to see what happens. This is going to be the greatest adventure in history,"
he shouted, jumping around Pooh and Rabbit. Piglet, who had been standing to the side, staying far away from overly exciting situations, now stepped a little closer.
"But what if the cloud is dangerous? What if it takes us away?"
he asked timidly, staring at it nervously. Rabbit looked at Piglet and patted him on the shoulder.
Don't worry, Piglet. Clouds are usually very nice, but we have to be vigilant. You never know what might happen. And in the 100-acre wood, anything is possible."
At that moment, the cloud reached the ground. It settled softly and quietly, landing in the middle of the clearing. It was so close now that all four of them could see how its fluffy surface shimmered in the sunlight. It seemed like a soft cloud, filled with magic.
"Wow!"
shouted Tigger, unable to contain his excitement.
"It looks like a big fluffy pillow."
Pooh approached the cloud carefully and gently touched it. It felt soft, like a downy blanket. Nothing bad happened, so he dared to touch it again, this time with his whole paw. And then, something no one expected happened. The cloud began to glow softly, and from within it emerged a small, glowing orb that floated slowly into the air. Before anyone could react, the orb began to grow larger, and sparkling lights appeared around it, illuminating the entire sky.
"What is that?"
asked Rabbit, staring at the phenomenon with growing astonishment.
"I think it's something magical,"
said Pooh, gazing at the glowing orb. Rabbit moved closer to Pooh, reaching out toward the twinkling sparks, as if trying to grasp the magic.
"It's definitely something I've never encountered in the 100-acre wood. Could it be a spell?"
she wondered. Tigger began bouncing in circles, thrilled by the whole situation.
"This is the most wonderful thing I've ever seen. It must be a magic orb. Maybe it grants wishes. Maybe it will grant my wish for the greatest adventure in the world."
Piglet, seeing how the orb shone, felt a little uneasy, but at the same time, curiosity got the better of him. He wondered if the orb could grant his wish too, a wish to never again be afraid of walking through forests full of wild animals.
Maybe we should try touching it?"
Piglet suggested quietly.
"Maybe something will happen if we all touch it together."
Pooh nodded and slowly, a little uncertainly, reached out to touch the orb. All the friends approached it, and when they were all close, something extraordinary happened. The cloud, which had been resting on the ground until now, began to rise, as if it had a life of its own. It floated around them, and the orb inside it began to shine even brighter. Suddenly, a sound echoed, a soft, magical chime. And then a voice, as delicate as the wind, spoke to them.
Welcome, my dear friends,
said the mysterious cloud, its voice sounding like music.
I am the lost cloud. I have come to guide you to a place that is waiting for your hearts.
The friends froze in awe. The lost cloud? This was a new mystery they had never encountered before.
A place waiting for our hearts.
Asked Pooh, his heart beginning to beat faster.
What kind of place is it?
The lost cloud answered calmly.
It is a place where dreams come true, but only if your hearts are ready to receive what awaits them. Your hearts, dear friends, are leading you at this moment, and it is you who must decide whether you are ready to embark on this journey.
What kind of journey?
Asked Rabbit.
Where will you lead us?
The cloud floated higher, and its twinkling light became brighter. Within it, pictures began to appear. They formed maps, but they were unusually colorful and filled with fantastic details.
You will soon find out.
Answered the cloud.
But remember that the most important part of this journey is to stick together. Each of you has something inside that will help solve this mystery. And now, begin your adventure.
When the lost cloud disappeared into the air, it left behind only a shimmering trail, which slowly faded away. Pooh, Rabbit, Tigger, and Piglet looked at each other with wide eyes. Their adventure was just beginning.